Friends, good afternoon to all of you. On my left side, my colleague, Comrade Ramakrishna Panda, one of the national secretaries of our party, he is from Orissa. And Comrade Ram Naresh Pandey, you all know, other leaders he has introduced. Yesterday, we had a meeting with Mr. Tejashvi Yadav and discussed the political situation, particularly the Bihar situation, how to fight elections in Bihar, how to go about seat sharing. This all we discussed. Before coming to certain issues, I must tell you, yesterday in Delhi, the national capital of our country, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi government, has been arrested. Now he is under custody of ED. Our party, the Communist Party of India, strongly condemns this arrest. The Election Commission has announced the schedule for the forthcoming elections to the Parliament. Now the Delhi Chief Minister has been arrested and Congress Party has made a complaint. All its accounts have been seized and they cannot operate their accounts. Another thing which is quite disturbing, Jawaharlal Nehru University, we all know. Today, elections are taking place in Jawaharlal Nehru University, Students' Union elections. But early morning, the nomination of one candidate has been cancelled. A women comrade, female student, her nomination has been cancelled. What does it show? JNU is one of our very reputed institution of higher learning. There is an attempt, sinister design from RSS and its outfits, somehow to silence JNU. You all must be knowing Professor Romila Thapar, one of the outstanding historians of our country. She has said silencing the JNU is equal to silencing the nation. This is what RSS wants to do. There should not be anyone to question the government headed by Mr. Modi. There should not be anyone to criticize the policies of Mr. Modi and his government. That is why all these things are happening. Our party condemns the arrest of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Our party expresses its strong disapproval of what the administration is doing in Jawaharlal Nehru University. Friends, we have come here to discuss the forthcoming elections. Our party is part of India bloc, RJD is part of India bloc. Congress is part of India bloc. The left parties, other parties, CPM, ML, we are all together. We are fighting these elections together. These elections should not be understood as one of the these elections should not be understood as one of the routine elections. The 2024 elections to Indian Parliament are very critical for the country and its future. Mr. Modi claims his alliance will win 400 seats. His party alone will win 370 seats. This is nothing but hype in order to condition the thinking of the people, in order to hijack the thinking of the people. Because people have understood the disastrous rule of Mr. Modi, the misrule, misgovernance of Mr. Modi and his government. So BJP is jittery. Mr. Modi is in jittery. They are getting desperate every passing day because they foresee the defeat in the elections. So they try to manipulate everything and they use money power, the governmental power, administrative power at their command to manipulate the elections. Now I am asking in Patna, the electoral bonds issue has come to the public domain. Supreme Court had to intervene and direct the State Bank of India and the Election Commission to put all the data in public domain. Whatever data they gave, they are in public domain. The data clearly shows BJP is the number one party which took large number of electoral bonds, which made huge money. Now it has come to light. Mr. Modi has not uttered a word so far on electoral bonds. Have you heard anything? Mr. Modi commenting upon electoral bonds? Nothing. No word from Mr. Modi. His party is being accused. It stands thoroughly exposed. Why Mr. Modi is not speaking on electoral bonds? People are asking. And elections have been announced. And everyone knew elections are due. But Modi government announced the notification of CAA. They may say it is the act passed by Parliament, but act passed several years ago. Why at the time of elections Modi government notified the act and framed the rules? In fact, CAA is discriminatory, and our party and several parties opposed in the parliament and outside parliament. There were huge protests across the country, and Delhi, how the protests took place, everybody knows. Even the activists who have been arrested, they are still in jail because it is not in tune with our constitution. Our constitution is very clear. Citizenship and religion should not be linked. Religion is not the criteria for citizenship, whereas Modi government wants to link both and implement the CAA, it means it is discriminatory. It is discriminatory. It is not only against Muslims. If they talk about persecuted minorities, the Tamil refugees from Sri Lanka, they are in large number living in Tamil Nadu in other parts of the country. Why the government is not proposing citizenship to Tamil refugees? People are asking in Tamil Nadu in other places. That is why CAA is discriminatory, and Modi government links the citizenship with religion. This is not in tune with the Constitution. This we should understand. And I do not want to speak more on Election Commission. Supreme Court has been making some observations. But as a political party, I must tell that the Election Commission should be a neutral, impartial body. Because Election Commission is a constitutional body. It draws powers from the Constitution. It has the mandate to ensure free and fair elections. It has the mandate to ensure level playing field to all the political parties. Election Commission should be very neutral, impartial. Now, Model Code of Conduct. Model Code of Conduct is applicable to all the political parties and candidates, starting from Prime Minister down to any X or Y. Election Commission should apply Model Code of Conduct to the Prime Minister, to the Home Minister, the way they conduct campaigns. People are looking at all these things. That is why our party considers the forthcoming elections are very critical for country and its future. Democracy is already in peril. Secularism is under attack. Federalism is under attack. The way the Supreme Court had to intervene in the case of Tamil Nadu, it is Supreme Court which had to direct the governor. You have no business to violate the recommendations of elected state government. Now he is going to sworn the minister. So why the governors are being misused in order to advance their own political interests in the states, undermining the powers, rights of state governments. India is Bharat, that is union of states, one should understand. But Modi government does not respect this. What is the talk of one nation, one election? One nation, one election. What is this? Ambedkar and those leaders who framed the Constitution never talked of one nation, one election. And they recognized India, a country of tremendous diversities. And we have elected state government, union of states. And every state assembly has its own tenure. Parliament, Lok Sabha has its own tenure. And there are constitutional definitions. But Modi government says one nation, one election. It means what? They think the present parliamentary democratic system should be thrown out. In its place, we should move towards presidential form of government, which means taking the country towards authoritarianism, dictatorship. That's why our party opposed the proposal of one nation, one election. We made it clear to Mr. Kovind committee. We gave our suggestions. But Mr. Modi and his government, they are insisting on one nation, one election. So what I am trying to say, the present elections will decide whether India will remain as a secular democratic republic, whether India will remain as a democracy, Mr. Modi claims India is mother of democracy, but actually he is working towards taking the country towards dictatorship, communal fascist dictatorship. This we oppose. And their target is to replace the constitution, the present constitution. It is a constitution meant for a democratic republic. If this constitution is replaced, we will lose our republic. We will lose our democratic republic. This is what Mr. Modi and his party, BJP, are trying to do. So because BJP and RSS have an ideology, that ideology is nothing but very divisive, sectarian, communal, fascist ideology. I make it clear.